Hey guys, what's up? This is Pansar Dragon, and today we'll be going over the patch 4.14 notes and giving you a rundown and basically what I think of my opinion on things and what's going to go on. So, Corki, I think he's a bit pretty strong right now. He's probably going to get a nerf pretty soon, and I think that's what they're stating right here, just like Lucian. And Gragas now travels a full distance in the direction of the cast. I never saw a situation where you'd do it in a short cast. So honestly, I think this is a life equality thing, especially for people who are trying to learn Gragas. It just helps them never to do short range because you'll never use that in any situation. Caston's mobility was nerfed, so I think he's still fine. Like he's in a good spot. I don't think this was needed that much, but I guess Riot thought it was good. Maybe it was too much for like when he wanted to roam, he was just too much or something, and it was just causing like people to get annoyed when he'd come in through the lane. So they're just giving him another nerf. And Kale gets an attack speed buff, and honestly, I might start playing her in the jungle again, just because this attack speed buff is coming in. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna start playing her, even though she got buffed a bit the last what is it patch. This little buff makes me kind of gives me incentive to play her. I didn't try patch 4.13, but I'm gonna try her in this patch. So Kog'maw, his base movement speed got nerfed. Kind of sucks. Right here, new particles, and this is the R. The R is gonna hurt him a lot. Now it doesn't scale so hard with levels, but what's gonna go on is AP Kog'Maw. It's kind of gonna get hurt. Sometimes you see it like I'd see it every once in a while. I know it's kind of strong because he'd go like Lichbane, Archangels, all this stuff, and he could siege like crazy and do a lot of damage. So this kind of hurts him a bit. But you probably will never see AP Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw AD is still good, but not AP Kog'Maw anymore, I guess. Well, yeah. So let's see, Lulu. Nothing. It's just a tilt whip fix. Maokai. So I've been actually talking about him the last patch and saying how OP he was. So this AP nerf, I don't think people were building him full AP. I think this just hits his Rod of Ages, so not a big hit, I guess. The only AP item you would get is either runes and Rod of Ages. So it's probably like 1% less when you get Rod of Ages, but whatever. Kind of is, I guess, a big health since you do get 1.5 max health every level. But now it changed from 15% to 13% at max health. He's probably. Oh wait, I was gonna say he's probably gonna be strong. Yeah, he's gonna be strong. But right here is the big one. So this basically gave you like a mini Alistair ult to your whole team, and if depending on how much mana you had, you could hold it on forever. And if you had, I've even had it with blue buff. You can literally, if you have 1,300 mana and you have blue buff, you can hold it on forever. It's really funny. So they're just like giving Maokai, yeah, it's a little nerf. But I think it was pretty much needed. So now he's gotta go in and hold his W for, yeah, he's just gonna go in, initiate, then he's gonna have his R spinning around him for 10 seconds, and yeah, once that off, his team has to either disengage or, it's probably the team fight's already done, right? So um yeah, it shouldn't take 10 seconds more for a team fight to last unless you're facing a Maokai and Alistair. Okay, so Morgana is getting a nerf, but I honestly don't think this hurts her at all. Her Q didn't get nerfed, which is what made her really strong. So that means her utility is still here, and the stun on her R didn't get nerfed at all. It's just a little damage, so just 50 less damage per ultimate. Yeah, 50 less damage, whatever. Her E goes down by 25. Yeah, 25 damage, shield, whatever. And at max level is basically the same. And if you have enough AP, you still get the same amount, which is 95. Like obviously, since you did have AP items and runes, you would have like 120 black shield or something like that. Because I know our AP ratio is like 0.7. So, it might take for some. I'm not sure what the bot lane has. Like maybe Nami's W could disengage it, and then she could, or like, yeah, it would go. She would shoot that W at the girl who is black shielded, and then she could shoot an aqua bubble. Maybe you can cancel it like that. So maybe there that's something. But honestly, I still think she's going to be a really good support even with this nerf. Orianna gets a nerf. Okay, 6 less damage. She still has her passive, the auto attack. I mean, to last hit, so that's fine. Yeah, and then Rengar gets a nerf. Uh, increased vision. I'm not sure why that is, but so the cooldown on his ultimate got increased. Uh, this is, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be as good. His mid game's still kind of there, but his early game just kind of got shut down, and so he won't be ulting as much. And now he's actually like Nocturne when it ults, because I know Nocturne's ult's pretty long. So, and like I said earlier, like Nocturne, he was a Nocturne 2.0. So yeah, he got nerfed. I don't think you'll see him as much since his early game. Uh, what made him OP was his early game, and now it's kind of gone. So whatever. So they fixed a bug with a Syndra where it damaged people like Fizz, Elise. I never even seen it. I've actually never seen it, but I guess other people did. Flay gets a flicks, whatever. Xerath. I know this has to do something with Bishu and him finding some bugs, so that's why they increased the interval to 0.6 seconds. So people wouldn't be doing that. Weird bug. And yeah, okay, so whatever. um, I don't think it's a buff or nerf. Okay, so Zed, this is the cool thing. So now he uses Death Mark and he gets behind them, which means he can actually assassinate the target. Because usually I think Zed players have to do R and then they'd use their Bladed Rune King and just try and kill them while they're in front of them and just use their E, Q, whatever. Or use their W to get behind them. And yeah. But now he automatically gets behind them like the old Zed, and then now he can kick their ass, which is really cool. Yeah, he's like the old Zed, but better. But his R is still there. Like, he can still retreat to his other R, and that's really that's better than the old Zed. Honestly, I think it is. So you might be seeing a lot more Zed, and the collision ignores collision, whatever. So yeah, that's the end of this patch note rundown. Zed probably will be super strong. And yeah, that's my opinion on things. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next time.